This is, without a doubt, one of the categories that's on the leaderboards. That's really all I have to say about this category.
Nice.
It's also a category where I've thrown a PB by forgetting to talk to Hunter the second time in Fracture.
Thanks for helping.
It should be the main category, but you should be required to end on Ripto. That's the trade-off. I love alphabetical hockey.
Thanks for help.
This category should require doing Glimmer twice, to be honest. To hit that, I don't need to talk to him in this category. Always for gore.
Yay!
This is marginally better. It's still bad.
Spyro!
I forget what you're responding to. Oh, the 67 orb glimmer repeat thing. I remember
It's
now.
magic.
347, it's not a sign. This run, I remember how Crush works and I don't leave it sparksless. Trust. Trust the process.
Before you get to the castle dungeons.
Before you get to the castle dungeon, SpongeBob. Yo, thanks for the good luck on this very meaningful category. Hope you're doing well. I guess I should probably explain to those of you who don't know why I'm joking about how meaningful this category is. Basically, the second you get to Ripto, the category is exactly the same as 100%. There are no differences whatsoever in this category after you get to Ripto. In, like, 12 minutes into the run. So, like, if you're gonna do this, most people are just gonna do the real category 100%, because there's just fundamentally no difference. I've been doing 100% for so long on repeat that I just need anything that's different. The comment on the world record is something on the lines of, what a meaningful category. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. It's been good to see you in some other Spyro streams recently. In theory, this category should be something on the order of 3 minutes faster. 3 minutes faster than normal 100%. Because the Gulp fight is free. And you don't have to do Dragon Shores. I think the world record is slower than the 100% world record, and has been for a while. My PB is currently slower than my 100% time, which is why I'm running this back. Okay, that's good. Well, given your name, you seem to fit in.
We finally.
Yeah, and there are lots of categories that are just well suited for starting out, or you can start as difficult as you want to if you really like the tricks. I've been running since 2021 in some way, shape, or form. But you don't have to start with stuff like this. 117's a lot. It's a very long run, even if you're good at the category. And I'm like mid at the category. I'm like not awful, but I'm also not good at it. I'm somewhere in between. I don't remember. I'm like 43rd or something on the leaderboard. I would, like, genuinely if you're interested in Spyro 3 speedruns, start with 100 egg and make sure that you actually enjoy the game. And then you can get into 117 if you do like it. And like, it's different, but you're still practicing the eggs. So like, it's still meaningful practice when you're first starting out, just to play the game. .117's just hard to start out on because there's so much. 100 egg, there's a
Spyro.
beginner route by Fady that does like requires no tricks, but you can add them in. And you can still get a very solid time with that. But just getting used to the movement, it's useful for that. Spyro 1 is very beginner friendly too, because you just really don't need tricks all the way down to like well below my time. Spyro 2 like pretty much requires you be doing some sort of trick. Most of the categories like absolutely required, and some of them like you can't really be competitive without them. So I think Spyro 1 and 3 are better in that regard for starting out, unless you are like, you really like the idea of the tricks, in which case go for it. Alright, quite literally the rest of the run just matches 100%, except for a couple like differences in gem counts here. Yeah, Fady 180 is the guy who has a 100 egg tutorial that doesn't assume any tricks. I want to say his time with that is better than mine, but it's pretty close. Like, it's top 50 on the leaderboard or similar, with, like, no tricks. Fireball and the abilities, so you don't have to touch Dragon Shores, and, like, Moneybags isn't there in Sunrise. Summer, the other one. But yeah, this is not a meaningful category. I just don't want to do a normal hundo right now. And I have, like, 7 minutes of time save in this. So it should be a free PB pretty much no matter how poorly I play. But yeah, basically as soon as you enter Ripto, the run matches. You have a slightly harder Glimmer because you're not used to the muscle memory of doing it with Fireball. And Gulp is free. And then no Dragon Shores. In theory, it allows you to play hundo without like the boss skips. Yes, but you're more than welcome to beat Ripto early, which is what I just did. But yeah, like if you want to play it that way, you're more than welcome to. I think a couple of runs in the leaderboard do avoid beating Ripto early. But yeah, this is just hundo practice where I don't want to deal with the stress of running against my PB.
Wait a...
Much appreciated. Just good because I just botched that. I got another PB last night, got another 10 seconds off, so I think I'm within 3 minutes of your time now, even though you're on emulator. And I am not. Still have a ways to go in my challenge. I've only done 22 runs, so it could happen, I just don't see it happening. Much appreciated. That's a interesting movement there. Yep, this is going to world record. What a meaningful category. For a while, I had a genuine chance at third place in this until I think you all decided to run it. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we love a category where the world records comment is what a meaningful category. Well, hopefully work isn't too bad other than the heat then. Lovely. Yeah, the category where everyone involved knows that it's just a meme. I didn't bother checking the leaderboard, but I think it's, like, not possible for me to move up with this run. I think there's a fairly sizable gap between my time and the position above me. Which may or may not be Nuke. I forget. It's been a bit since I've looked. Yeah, I was just talking about how a recent PB for me in this category forgot entirely about the second Hunter Orb in Fracture and had to backtrack for it after Icy. Yeah, that makes sense. My PB is over 2 hours, and my Hundo PB is now under 2 hours, so I should be able to pull off a PB no matter how I play today. Yeah, because I don't go for the two vases that are by him during his second orb. I go for them between. And so I just forgot to talk to him the second time. I mean, it's not a meaningful category, so who really cares how it goes? But still. I just wanted to do literally anything but grind 100%.
Nice flight.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, I mean, I know you know this as well as I do. That's, like, actually a fun category. I'm excited to watch your run of it. Sure hope that gem count's right. I have no idea why I'm up 5 gems. Oh, nice. If I'm up, I'll try and stop by. I have work tomorrow, but my schedule's weird. I'm sure it will. It's a fun category. Like, it's a genuinely fun category. I think it's one of my favorite category extensions. And I say that as someone who doesn't really like the Spyro 2 category extensions for the most part. Why am I up 5 gems? There's no cutscene here. Oh! From the door. Because I used head bash to get into Tundra, like the castle. Earth. Yeah, there are some frustrating category extensions, that's for sure. Or even just non-category extensions. I think I'm 3 away right now.
All right. Okay.
Spyro 3 All-Life Bottles, which has Helmet to the Impossible Island. Spyro 2 Chargeless Any Percent, which is gross. And Spyro 1 True Ending, which has to get into loot early. That's a good question. Honestly, this one's gotta be up there, but not many people run it. Like, Sparksless 337's gotta be up there, but only 2 of us run it. Oh yeah, that one is definitely... And that one's on the spreadsheet. Sparks' vortex is cursed. That's correct. Alrighty. Hope the rest of your workday goes alright. Thanks for the good luck. Let's see. Anything alphabetical is pretty high up on the meme list. So alphabetical dragons in Spyro 1. Or alphabetical 64 orb in Spyro 2. I would say that Spyro 3, any percent intended level entry is up there, just simply because despite what the name implies, you glitch your way into the final boss without using the intended level entry. You spend all that time collecting gems, collecting eggs, entering places the way you're supposed to, and then you just ignore it in the final level.
Ah, Spyro.
The chargeless categories are tough, but they're also really cool. I wouldn't call those memes. Spyro 2 physics suck. I let go of charge and I bonk half a second later because that's how the game works.
Ass. What? Oh.
Spyro 3 True Ending is up there because, they spent so long debating if it should be its own category, and, basically no one has run it since then. But as a result, it's hard to call it big because, again, there's almost nothing on the leaderboard for it. True Love is a big meme category, but it's a good category. So I feel bad classifying it with some of these others. True Love is a Spyro 2 category where from Glimmer, you're supposed to reunite Romeo and Juliet as quickly as possible in Zephyr. That's genuinely a fun category. But just sort of objectively, it's kind of a meme. Spyro 2's physics are just so garbage.
Wahoo!
Yeah, Bone Dance is also a meme category, but it's one that basically everyone likes. There are 70 runs of it for Spyro 2 or something like that, 71. That's the one that I put in Wild Thornberry's Discord yesterday. Yeah, I put a pair of runs that I did yesterday in there, neither of which are particularly serious categories.
My pen. so.
Yeah, it's such a funny line. But yeah, as of today, I am the person who's run the most official leaderboard categories in the community. Though there are a couple people who have run almost as many, and who have been around longer. But that means that, like, I have some perspective on that question. I don't remember how many that is. It's like 70 something. And I forget if you were here when I mentioned I'm still missing 3.
I suppose.
But those 3 are very difficult.
Thanks, Spyro.
I've also run a handful of other things, but for the most part it's just the Spyro categories. I would really like to. I have the sneaking suspicion that they are beyond my actual abilities. I think the most popular of the ones I haven't run have like 4 people who have run it. And the least has only 1. So it's not like a lot of people have run them. Yeah, thanks for the good luck. Hope you're doing well.
What? You...
New Game Plus sure is one of the categories that people invented. By like normal hundo standards, this isn't a particularly good run. It's not like it's a disaster. By New Game Plus standards, it's perfectly fine. I mean, like, it was a first try golf skip, a first try swim into Ripto. You can't really ask for more in this category. There isn't a whole lot else to do in this category. So I did spend half of Winter Tundra wondering how I was up 5 gems. Yeah, you start with Fireball in the All Abilities code, but you don't start with Extended Sparks range. So you still do the boss rush to beat Ripto, which is what makes this such a meme category.
Oh, thank.
Yeah, the boss rush still saves time. You don't have... I mean, Gulp is free. And you don't have to do Dragon Shores. But, like, it's still a climb, skip, gulp, skip, swim into Ripto category. I mean, you don't have to climb, skip, but you need that orb and those gems. So, you might as well. It's not like any % New Game Plus, where if you have any chance of failing climb skip, you're better off just climbing. So yeah, the run is identical to 100% after you enter Ripto. With the exception of like a couple different gems that you have gotten or haven't gotten prior to that point. I was so surprised I got that I didn't move to get the quick shot. Because I've had angles that felt more like I was going to get them than that, where I haven't. So I just assumed I missed. I really need to learn hockey the right way. It's something like that, but my timing wasn't quite right, or my angle wasn't quite right.
Well. Would you like to try the first to score 5 goals?
middle of that despawn.
Well,
Bonk. Bonk.
Well,
Blue.
this idol. Okay, Spyro. Nice.
Much appreciated. I hope you're doing all right.
Look at that.
Spyro, you...
Nice recharge. That's what we want to say.
Hi, Spyro. Okay. Nice. Very. Wow.
Wow. I swear I just have input delay.
I guess not. Great.
Spyro. The next clock. Remember to press triangle when you are very close to the window, or you won't make it. Thanks for shutting. Thank you, Spyro.
Why so soon? I mean, like, it worked out. Why?
Thank you, Spy.
Thank you.
Your turtle. So,
press. Our world. You did it!
I did it.
I've been trying. Well done. Now that the... Okay, good luck.
Thanks, Sparks.
Thanks, Spark.
How do you bonk while swimming?
Thanks for getting... That was great.
What on earth is going on? I flopped 3 times.
Thank you, Spyro. Excellent. Spyro. Well done, Greg. Uh-oh. Thank you for helping us.
Please let me out of this nightmare.
Thanks, Spyro. Oh.
UFC. You found. Wow!
Yeah, that was too high. That wasn't gonna work. Yo, welcome on in. Thanks for the raid. How was your stream? Were you doing Vortex, or what were you up to today? Oh, nice. I hope it went well. Oh, nice. I don't go for any tricks in Vortex, but that seems like one that would save a good bit of time.
Thanks, Spyro.
At some point, I'll go back to Vortex and take it a bit more seriously. I just don't know when. I am committed to this, not this category, but the real one, for quite a bit longer still.
Well,
I'm glad it went all right.
Well done.
It is. But I have the sneaking suspicion you don't mean with theater. I don't know how that fireball missed. So, like, you get swim for free, if you Sproder into Ripto, or if you do Theater. And then you just do the rest of the run as normal, except you have a slightly more frustrating route in Summer Forest Home when you get back there. I don't think there are human viable out of bounds to completely skip swim for some of the gems in, like, Autumn Plains Home. But yeah, we get swim as just a convenience. And thank goodness, I really don't want Hundo to be a theater category too. I think you can get most of the gems, but not quite all of them. And Aquarius kind of weird, from what I remember. Because even though we hit the button early, we don't stay swimming the whole way.
Well,
I think you, like, soft lock yourself. At several points.
Would you like me to? My sister.
So,
Great!
Walked into Zoe.
the monkeys.
Monkeys.
Thanks for your help.
This is such a weird run.
Still after my...
You're so close.
You won't...
Spyro! Great job!
That's unfortunate.
Man. As long as you... We make...
It's great. Now that you...
Oh, hi.
Hey, Spy... Okay. I'll give you a... You're really...
Question mark? Thank you.
Hey, Spyro! Thanks, Spyro. Thanks for
Spyro. Thanks for helping. My 8 brothers. Thanks for bringing...
I have a small chance to do the funniest thing. Also, welcome on in. This can still tie my normal 100% PB.
Good job. Great. I'll tow you behind my snowmobile and you maneuver through the rings. Don't miss any or we'll have to start over.
Alright, GG's. It looks like I'm gonna beat it by a few seconds, which is very, very silly. Thanks to the GG.